Hey, hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of live content review using technical analysis. So today's Monday is looking better than last week's Monday. Hope everyone is doing fine. In terms of the economic calendar, I'll go through it first. Then after that, I'll talk about the indices and commodities. Then I'll go into the different sectors, which I'll focus mainly on the Magnificent Seven, US banks, semicons, as well as EVs. Then last but not least, I'll also answer the questions you all have dropped. Yeah, so without further ado, I'll begin. This week, something to take note will be the Good Friday holiday on Friday, so it will be a shortened trading week. So tonight, there's OPEC monthly report released earlier on at 7 p.m. Afterwards, there's the NY Fed 1 year consumer inflation expectations out at 11 p.m. Okay, then we have some Fed speaks along the way uh, from midnight until tomorrow morning. Okay, something for tomorrow, there's also some further Fed speaks going on. API crude oil inventories at 4:30 a.m. Wednesday. Retail sales data on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Okay, then afterwards, there's also industrial production at 9:15 p.m. on Wednesday. Crude oil inventories data at 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Uh, Thursday, we have Atlanta Fed GDP now at 1 a.m. Then also something to take note will be Fed Chair Powell will be speaking. That's Thursday, 1:15 a.m. Okay, then afterwards, we have building permits and jobless claims, as well as the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index at 8:30 p.m. on Thursday. Okay, then after that, Atlanta Fed GDP now at 10:30 p.m. on Thursday. Uh, then Friday is a holiday. Yeah, so in terms of the events wise, nothing too much or anything very major this week. But probably just I think pay attention to some of the stuff like uh, those retail sales, industrial production, as well as I think see what Powell has to say on Thursday, 1:50 a.m. So, yeah, so I did think that's probably the summary of it. Okay, I'll move on to the indices and commodities. So first up, I'll talk about Bitcoin. Okay, I think Bitcoin chart is quite interesting. So I think them is still demonstrating a lot of resilience throughout this whole turbulent market. So what I see is that could be breaking out this blue color, this blue trend line resistance over here. So after it continued to follow a very strong support around 78K last week as the market rebounded, it also continued to rebound as well, climbing above this 81.6K level. So currently, I think it'll be interesting to see whether you can stay above this 83.7K level, which is this strong downtrend resistance line. So I think for now, it still looks okay. I think if it stays along this blue 5 MA, there's a chance that it could do a bit of a breakout above. Yeah, so I think interesting to watch out. But for now, I think for this week, resistance could be kept around 88.5K, which is quite a strong horizontal resistance since I think March this year, where price tested a few times and still there's a bit of pullback coming from there. So I think overall, still strength to be observed for Bitcoin, but I think we could be still trading in a bit of a range lah. So a bit slow and steady for Bitcoin recently. Yeah, so maybe it could trade a bit of this highlighted range over here. Key resistance still around 88K. Support probably will stand at 81.5 to about 83.7 area. Yeah, so that's for Bitcoin. Still looking quite resilient. Next one I'll talk about is Dow Jones. Yeah, so Dow Jones basically the indices all recovered last week. So Dow Jones looking in terms of the longer term time frame is doing a retest of this trendline support breakdown. So this was key trendline support. Monday broke down. After Wednesday, when everything rallied, it retested. Thursday there was a dip, pullback, but lower wick observed, holding above the 5 ME. Then on Friday there was a nice close. When it continued to stay above the 5 ME and close around 10 ME. So a bit of, I think looking in terms of futures, a bit of a slight gap up today. So I think this resistance should be overcome at 40.3. I expect a bit of further upside to test probably the 20 ME level. That's around 41.1K around there. So that will be first level of resistance. Then in terms of second level of resistance, I think could be around closer to about 41.8K. So yeah, 41.8K will be probably this downtrend resistance line over here. Yeah, that's probably closer to 200 MA level, this purple line as well. Yeah, so I think probably all the three indices will be doing all kind of quite similar kind of price action for now, doing a bit of rebound. And we are pull out the Fibonacci levels, rebound area probably match with 50 to 61.8% area over here as well. So I think this is the expected kind of rebound area that we could see for the indices. Yeah, then next one I'll talk about is Nasdaq. So Nasdaq also similar kind of price action. Yeah, there's a bit of a temporary higher low form when price is holding above 5 MA over here, the blue line, and close at slightly above 10 MA on Friday. So I expect price to basically retest this first level resistance around 17.2, 17.3K level, which was this previous consolidation, previous prior to the sell-off. Yeah, that's first level of resistance. Second level of resistance probably come closer to 17.8, then 18.2K. So I think these are the next levels. There's also the 50 MA as well as the 200-day, these two lines over here that probably will serve as quite a strong resistance if it does come to these levels again. Yeah, so for Nasdaq, similar when for the Fibonacci, the resistance also between this 50 to 61.8, this area over here. Yeah, so I'm expecting a bit of a further rebound. Then when it comes to this zone, expect some choppy kind of trading again as it retest the previous support area that will likely hold as resistance. Okay, then for S&P, I think yeah, similar as well. So I wouldn't repeat too much. Resistance for now probably 5,500 first level. Second level will be around 5,700 to close to 5,800. This will be quite a strong resistance. Yeah, also match with the Fibonacci retracement levels. Yeah, this is also quite near the 50 as well as the 200 MA levels. Yeah, so that's for the indices. Okay, then next one I'll talk about is gold. Yeah, so for gold, I think yeah, sorry, excuse me. So for gold, I think there's still a bit of resilient kind of price action over here, where there's still where there's still trading holding up quite well from the sell-off last week, and then rebounding quite strongly, like three strong days from midweek onwards. So it's testing this resistance line for now. It's some probably some short-term resistance around close to 3245 over here. So yeah, this could be a bit of a resistance. For the week ahead, I think the resistance could stretch higher to maybe like 3,300 would be quite a strong resistance. Yeah, then when pull out the short-term moving averages, I think in terms of short-term support, if there's a pullback, I don't think the pullback will be quite huge now. Probably around 3115 to 3150, this area will be supported really, because this was a swing high. And then also gold is quite resilient as well as this area is the 5 as well as the 10-day moving average supports. Yeah, so I think gold at this level could face a bit of short-term resistance, but I think overall, a slight dip, then it could do a bit of sideways or continue trend outwards. Yeah. Okay, then next one I'll talk about is WTI oil. So oil also rebounding from 57.50. So this was like a previous support, I think all the way back in March 2021. So yeah, doing a bit of rebound. But I think this one we could still see, we're still likely to see some kind of a bit weaker price action. So yeah, because when the breakdown of the key support at 65, a strong bearish move downwards. Then currently, I think it's just a technical rebound. So resistance will be around 63 to 63.9, this area. Quite a lot of resistance, as well as it meets the 10 MA level in the short term. So I think this will hold. And that's a support probably around 60 to 61. So we might do a bit of a sideways for the time being. So yeah, I think probably a small rebound and it just continue a bit of a sideways for now for oil. Okay, then looking at VIX, I think interesting VIX. Yeah, so for VIX, pulling back for now from the spike. So currently it's below the 5 as well as 10-day MA. So I think we could see the volatility continue to come off a little bit. So in terms of next support for VIX, probably around 28, where is this 20 MA level, as well as this horizontal resistance from December last year. So this will probably hold as a short-term support. Then next level below probably at 25 is the next level of support. In terms of resistance, probably for now around 39 to 45 would be some resistance for VIX. Yeah, so I think a bit from what I see, it could be a bit similar to what we saw last year in August. So last year, the yen carry trade unwind, right? We also had the VIX spike. Then when it starts to come off, we could be seeing something similar where it just tapers a bit off. Then maybe some volatility could come back in again now. So I think for now, we might see VIX come off a little bit. Then when if it reaches 28, I think there could be some volatility come back to the markets. Again, the short term, yeah, for in terms of the VIX. Okay, then last but not least, I'll talk about copper. So copper also rebounding from support over here at $4. Short-term wise moving upwards, breaking above some resistance at 4.48. So I think for now, if you can continue to hold above 4.6, the next key resistance probably around 4.85, about there. Yes. The short-term support probably hold around for is 4.4, 4.45 over here. So let's see for the indices and commodities. Okay, I see there's a question. There's a good question being asked. So I'll just repeat it. Just want to check, what's your assumption? Is TA purely from the data I'm seeing now? Therefore, if Trump does something wrong, do you assume that the market can go volatile even if the data says different? Yeah, so I think this is a good question. So I'll answer it now. Yeah, so from my assumptions or the TA view I'm having now is basically from the current data I'm seeing, from the price as well as some other factors like VIX, all this. So yeah, this assuming like Trump doesn't interfere. Yeah, so if Trump does do something again, like which probably would not be surprising, I think the market can continue to stay volatile. Then we might see the TA being nullified a bit in terms of the views that we have based on normal market conditions. Yeah, so I think my view is plainly based on what the data I'm seeing now. Yeah. So just to clarify, thanks. Okay, I'll move on with the sector. So start off with the Magnificent 7. Yeah, so Mag 7, yeah, pull out the chart. So how is it doing? Okay, so a bit of rebound. It didn't test this swing low, but yeah, it just rebounded around 39. So currently, I think this is a downtrend resistance line to watch out for. So it acting as a bit of resistance over here. In terms of the price action, a bit similar to Nasdaq as well as other indices. So yeah, push outwards, then held. Then on the pullback on Thursday, held the 5 MA, and then on Friday you have this close slightly above 10 MA. So for now, resistance probably at this line will be this $46 level. So 46 is a downwards resistance line as well as the horizontal support breakdown. So in terms of pre-market, it's around there. So it'll be interesting to see whether this resistance holds off or not today. Yeah, so but I think it should be able to clear throughout this week. I think I'm expecting a further rebound ahead. Yeah, in terms of the next resistance, the next resistance I'm looking at probably be closer to 200 MA, as well as the 50 MA level, which is these two, the red line as well as the purple line. So purple line 200 MA, 50 MA is the red line. So this is closer to $49. I think that will be a stronger resistance. Yeah, it also matches with a retest of this line over here. So this line was a previous, if you just color it differently. Yeah, I also bold it. So okay, this line was a very important line. Our support line that supported the bull market. And then I think from the breakdown over here, if it does retest this level, right? So this around $48 plus, this will likely be a strong resistance area, coupled with this swing high, as well as the 50 MA. So I think if it does rebound to this level, this will be a strong resistance that market will likely pull back from. Yeah, so I think some rebound for now, but likely to pull back if it does retest this resistance. Okay, I'll move on to the individual counters, starting off with Meta. So Meta, the rebound on Wednesday missed a bit of my trend line over here, which was like the previous upward support line. So here about 587, my line was around 589, about there. Okay, so never mind. So a bit of pullback, pullback, and a bit weaker than the indices itself. This one didn't close at above the MA level, but I think today we're still likely to see some rebound take place. Some short-term resistance, probably 575 for now, 20 MA as well as horizontal level, and then next level of resistance probably upwards at around, okay, this level at 575 also quite close to 200 MA, so there will be some resistance. Yeah, I think next level of resistance upwards, probably closer to about 600, a psychological level. And then it will be a retest of the trend line, the uptrend support line. So I think we could see some rebound towards these two support lines. These two 575 as well as 600, then there will be a short-term resistance that it could pull back from. Yeah. Then next one I'll talk about Apple. So Apple will be today is one of the top gainers in the pre-market because of the news. So Apple for now, I think at this level it could have I think at this level it could have some resistance because 20 MA I think for Apple is a bit of resistance in the past, where previously 20 MA is the yellow line. So previously over here around 241 there was some resistance over here also as well. So if it opens around here, there could be some resistance that comes in. Yeah, then also above the next resistance is around 220 as well, which is a range consolidation breakdown. Yeah, so I think for Apple, these are the short-term resistance. Support, if it does come back to fill this gap, $200 would probably be a short-term support over here. So then it might just do a bit of sideways afterwards. Yeah, so that's my take on Apple. Then for Amazon, yeah, for Amazon, I think they are still kind of tracking the indices in terms of the relative strength. This one, I think if it breaks above 186 today, next level of resistance to watch out would be closer to 192, 183, which is like around the Wednesday spike high, which was also a previous horizontal level breakdown in the past. Then afterwards, could be looking closer to about 199 to 200, which is a 200 MA level, as well as a horizontal swing high level over here as well. So I think these are the next two resistance levels for Amazon. Okay, then for Netflix, Netflix also this one, still okay, still quite resilient. Didn't really drop as much as compared to the other counters. Then in terms of rebound, also just currently a bit of a sandwich 905 some support, resistance coming at 950. So I think for now, there could be still a bit of sideways because I still see a lot of upper and lower wicks. So there's probably a bit of a tight range kind of thing happening over here for now. So need to see break of 950, then we can see some further upside. Yeah, then next key resistance probably around 990, but not sure whether you will hit or not. Yeah, so this one maybe just a bit of a tight trading range for now first. Yeah, for Netflix. And for Alphabet also, this one, tested this trend line, downwards trend line over here, a bit of rebound. Okay. And I think if this one can clear 159, 160 over here, we might see some further rebound towards next key resistance, probably around 164, 165, which will retest an uptrend support line breakdown in past. That's for Alphabet. Yeah, then also afterwards, next key one will be around 170, will be the moving average, the 550 as well as 200 MA level, as well as this swing high. So 165, then 160, 170, I think is the next two resistance to take note for Alphabet for this for rebound. Yeah, then last but not least, I'll talk about is Microsoft. Okay, so for Microsoft, I think this one it also recovered, hanging around at this key level 385. So 385 previously was this strong support level in the past, and there was a breakdown. Yeah, so over here, hanging along here, I think today should be able to break above this level, search for the next resistance. So that will probably be around 395 to about 400 will be the next resistance area. Yeah, I think that's for Microsoft. So probably when we reach this 395 to 400 area, probably another sideways kind of price action again, like similar to this part over here, before the late March sell off. Yeah, so in terms of in general, I think for the Mac 7, probably likely to see some rebound. The index is tracking kind of similar to the Nasdaq index lah. So expecting some further rebound, but let me just pull out the max chart again. But in terms of upside ones, I think from Friday's close, I think if optimistic wise, if it does hit the trend line as well as close to 200 MA, maybe 8% from Friday close, then we might see some strong resistance come back in again. Yeah, so that's my take for the Magnificent 7. Okay, then next one I'll move on to is the financials. So first I'll talk about the XLF, which is the SPDR financial ETF. So this one rebounded from this blue trendline support over here at $43. Yeah, then Wednesday actually retested this support breakdown level at 47, around 47.20s, around there. Then a bit of a pullback. But I think overall, short term wise, still holding up well. 5MA is still supported at this $45.60 level and close a bit below the 10MA. So today, I think if you can clear above this $47, then we might see some slight further upside. Next short-term resistance probably around 48.30 20MA level. Yeah, then above that will be around $49. There will be some resistance as well. So I think that's the short-term resistance. When it comes back, I think over here, I would think not too much upside. If just mainly looking in terms of the charts. Because previously this was like between 47 to about 52 was the very important range over here where it held. And there was a breakdown currently doing a retest. So over here, I would expect some strong resistance because this was a strong support in the past. Yeah, so for financials, I think probably less upside compared to the tech sector, because tech sector, I think the drawdown was more. Then there could be still a bit of upside to test on the resistance above. Yeah, but also currently I think there's also a lot of results coming out for the financial stocks, so that will alter how it goes as well. So we need to see how the different stocks move after the results. Yeah, then speaking of results, I'll talk about the four banks, which I think probably two have released results already as of now. So first up, JP Morgan. JP Morgan retested after the results, right? So following the breakdown of this blue channel over here, last week the rebound after the results, it did a retest of this 236 resistance lah. So the closing was still not too bad. I think today currently pre-market about 238.40. I think we could see a slight further rebound ahead if it does clear above this short-term resistance at 236, which is also a 20-day MA level. So next level of resistance it could find is probably around maybe 246. 246 is a 100 MA level, this green line. Then 249 is also the 50-day MA level. So probably 246 to 250, 245 to maybe at 253, this area will be the next resistance area. So if it does go above this 238 level, so maybe some further strength here. Then another one that reported results, I think, was Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo, this one, after the results, didn't really do much. Still just holding support at around $60, but didn't really move a lot upwards as well, still below 5MA. I think this one we might still see kind of a weaker kind of price action where resistance at probably 65 to 66 will still hold over here as this horizontal breakdown level, as well as around the 10 MA level, as well as the Wednesday swing high. Yeah, so I think for this, maybe we could see a bit of a slight kind of a choppy sideways kind of consolidation still between like 60 to 66 for the time being. That if you can overcome 69 over here will be quite a resistance as well. So I think for Wells Fargo, probably nothing too much for now. Yeah. Okay, then talking about next one is Bank of America. So Bank of America, I think releasing results probably tomorrow, I think. This one for now also looking just not too much as well. Probably some short-term resistance around 37.50 about there. The swing high as well as the 10 MA level. Yeah, then the next level of resistance probably closer to 39.50. Previous swing low over here. Yeah, close to the 20 MA level as well. So I think for now probably nothing too much as well. Since it's still quite weak. It's not a very strong close above the 5 MA level. So probably just a bit of a sideways kind of price action for now as well. With support likely to still hold at this 33.60 before the earnings. Then we see how it goes again. Okay, then last bank I'll talk about is Citigroup. So Citigroup also not looking very strong yet. Also kind of similar. Like you see the very small kind of candles just hanging around the the 5 MA level, but still below 10 MA. So resistance probably around 65 for now, then 68, around 68.50, there's also some resistance. So I'm expecting nothing too much for now before the results. Then we see how it goes again. Yeah. So in terms of the banks, I think JP Morgan probably looking the best right now, where we see some strength after the results taking place as well. Yeah, then in terms of the financial, the index itself, probably I don't think too much upside based on pure technicals, probably like 3%, 4%. Then you might see some resistance again. Yeah, so that's for the financials. I'll move on to the semicon sector. Yeah, so semicon sector, I think interesting was that last week I said something interesting was that the pullback was quite huge to the extent that it hit the weekly 200 MA level, which was a previously quite a strong support during the COVID bottom in 2020, as well as the October 22 bottom during the 2022 bear market. So currently right now also this week last week was right underneath it, but then managed to recover above it. So I think this week we could still see some further recovery for in terms of the Philadelphia Semicon Index. So currently when I pull out the short term, okay, too many lines one on there, shall not confuse. So in terms of short term, for now, I think it's doing as a tight range. So some resistance probably around 4,000 this level. So if you can clear, then we can expect some further upside ahead for the semicon sector. Yeah, currently just price is just hanging around hanging around 5 to 10 level, around 3930 about that. So you can clear 4,000, then I think some further upside towards closer to maybe like 4,300. Yeah, will be a next resistance level. Yeah, then in terms of then in terms of the higher MAs upwards, probably at 4,600, probably wouldn't reach for now. So I think 4,300 will be quite a resistance for now. That I think it still probably can reach, but I think it will still hold at some resistance. Probably because I think this is maybe it's a head and shoulders formation over here. Yeah, then this 4,300 is a neckline support. Yeah, so breakdown, then I think where we test still probably hold some resistance over here. Then maybe you see a bit of a sideways over here. Yeah, so we that come to there from Friday's close, probably about 10%, 11% upside. Okay, then I'll move on to the individual counters. First up, I'll talk about is Nvidia. Okay, so Nvidia, this one, the Monday open was at the key swing low level, slightly below 90, recovered. Then recovering above, holding above back to this downtrend channel, $98, and continue to just move slow and steady a bit. Okay, then so for now, I think short-term levels, yeah, short-term is still looking okay. Closing the above 510 MA, also at 20 MA, 110 on Friday. For now, currently pre-market is around 114.4. So over here, I think it could face a bit of short-term resistance from the Wednesday high. It's around 115, but I think we could still see some further rebound ahead lah. So the next key resistance, I think, for Nvidia probably closer to 119, where it's a 50 MA level. 119 to 123, I think will be some resistance. Uh, where it's closer to 50 as well as the 200 MA level, as well as the 100 MA. So there's quite a MA resistance, as well as the horizontal level over here lah. So 119 to 123 will be quite some resistance. I think it could pull back from for Nvidia. Yeah. Another resistance probably if it can reach will be this downtrend resistance line as well. Yeah, so I think that's for Nvidia. Probably there's still probably some room for some rebound. Then before if it hits the resistance, then maybe pull back afterwards. Okay, the next one is AMD. Yeah, so AMD yeah. So we tested the breakdown level at 96, 97. Then I think yeah, still holding the pullback on Thursday still holding well above 88 this level. Yeah. So I think for now probably some further bounce ahead to maybe test like 100 I think will be a resistance, the 20 MA level as well as the psychological level. Above that, next key resistance probably around 105, about there. Yeah, so I think for now there could be still some upside. Uh, yeah, then yeah, then I think if it hits 100 to 105, then it might do some pullback from there. Okay, the next one is TSM. I think also releasing results quite soon this week. So for TSM also a bit of a, I think it could still see some further rebound. Next resistance probably around 165. This 20 MA level as well as 174 lah. 174 also another strong resistance there. Yeah, so that's for TSM 174, 169 was like this range consolidation support previously in the past. And 174 is like another horizontal level. It's quite important in fund as well. Okay, ASML, I think this one, yeah, a bit of a recovery above this 655 level. So currently it's above 5 and 10 MA as well. So it can continue to stay above this 650, I think. Then we might see some slight bounce, some short-term resistance, probably 690. 690, you have the Wednesday swing high, as well as the next key resistance, probably around 710, 50 and 100 MA level resistance. Yeah, so I think that's the next two levels to look out for ASML for the bounce. Okay, then for Marvel, I think this one's still looking pretty weak compared to the other names. So this after the breakdown of this uptrend support line, it just been looking quite weak at the. So I think this one probably still probably will find some resistance at around 57, 56, 57 NMA level. Then afterwards, next level of resistance 61 lah. So this one I'm not sure whether it will reach. So I think yeah, this one's still looking quite weak for now. It might come if there's some weakness. If it breaks below like Friday's $51, then it might come. There's a chance it could come back to like 48 for some support. Yeah, this one's for Marvel still looking pretty weak. Okay, then I'll talk about three more, which are Micron.com and Intel. So for Micron, this one, Micron is not as strong as the other counters as well. So this one probably could still see a bit of resistance at 76 if it does retest the 10 MA today. Yeah, so because the closing was still below the 5 MA on Friday. Yeah, then probably afterwards 70. 850, there could be still some resistance as well from the Wednesday swing high. So I think this one maybe it could just do a bit of a sideways kind of trading for the time being as well. Then last one I'll talk about is Intel. Yeah, so for Intel, this one generally range trading, come back to the support area around $18, then a bit of a rebound. So I think for now, probably some resistance will be around this $20.80 as well as 21.80 level lah. So that's for Intel, these two levels. Then I think probably not too much for now lah, because generally it's kind of range trading kind of stuff. Then I think the recent resistance at 20, especially I think $21 plus around there should be still holding for now. Yeah, so I think that's for the semicon counters. We could still see some rebound. I think, but mostly I think could come from Nvidia and from the current strength. I think Nvidia is still making still has more relative strength compared to some of the counters within the semicon space itself. Yeah, then looking at the Philadelphia Semicon Index, if from the Friday low, if from the Friday close, if it does come back to test 4,300, I think it will be around 10 to 11% upside. If it does manage to test 4,300 again for the index. Okay, then last sector I'll talk about before I go into the counters that you have is EV. So EV Tesla, I think Tesla has turned to quite a range bound kind of price action recently. So the market is held down, managed to hold 220 for now. So this is a good support level being formed for now. Resistance form on Wednesday was 270 about there. Then afterwards, we see a bit of a support coming around 240 about there lah. So I think today can clear this Friday's highs 257. We might see try to go upwards again to test 207 around probably the Wednesday high again close to 207. Yeah, then the next level of resistance probably around 284 lah, 284 to 287, which was the next previous highs around here. Also quite close to the 200 as well as the 50 MA level. And then also another thing is the downtrend resistance line over here as well. So I think all in all, to sum up, Tesla probably will still be quite range bound, I think, for now. So the large range between 220 to about 280s lah. So it's just moving sideways in a large range. Yeah, but I think there could be still some room for rebound. Yeah, so if it breaks above Friday's highs of 258 about there. Okay, next one is I'll talk about is Xpeng. Yeah, so for Xpeng, I think this one there'll be a rebound over here, but probably there could be a bit of resistance that comes in again around the $21 level lah, because this was like the swing high over here currently being formed. Yeah, then also there was a breakdown below to 1950, then currently doing a bit of retest. So need to see whether it can continue to hold above this around this $19 level first, then whether it can form a higher low to see whether it can continue to move outwards. So I think for now probably 21 is still hold as resistance, then maybe if it, just a bit of sideways between 19 to 21 for now. Now talk about two more, which are Rivian and New. So for Rivian, I think nothing too much, just really sideways still, holding support around 1070 for now, but resistance still around $12. I think we probably just sideways for now. Then as for New, I think New this one's still looking pretty weak. So still around the lows since the breakdown of 370. So I don't expect much. Yeah, probably some resistance coming again around 370 to $4 probably around there. Yeah, so I think that's for the EVs. I'll talk about the counters that you all have mentioned. Okay, hi BY. Your counters are SMCI and C3AI. Okay, so first up, yeah, this one, hit about $80 on Monday. almost missed the gap by a bit, but this was previous resistance, so doing a rebound. I think a bit of a strength coming in for ARM currently is that is holding above this $97 level as well, which was this support breakdown over here. As well as you can see from this was a bit of resistance. Then Wednesday where it bashed through, right? The back test over here managed to hold. So it's looking a bit positive, also above 5 and 10 minute level. Currently, pre-market is about maybe open close to 108. So over here, there could be a bit of resistance as the Wednesday high as well as 20 MA. But let's see if you can continue to hold. I think if you can continue to hold, let's say like $100 and above, as well as the 5 and 10 MA level, then we could still see some further upside ahead. Uh, you could still see some further bounce ahead for yeah, since as long as managed to hold above 97 $100. Okay, let me see what's the next short-term resistance. Probably 110 could be, yeah, 110 there could be some resistance as well. Yeah, so maybe yeah, 107 to 110 it might pull back a little bit, then trade a bit sideways, then to see whether it can hold above the supports. Okay, then next one is SMCI. Yes, yeah, I think this one probably still quite a bit range for the time being, because I think probably a strong support coming in 26 to $28 will still hold as quite good support for now. Then resistance is coming in above $36. So 36 over here was like previous support, breakdown into resistance. Then another resistance will probably come from around, I think 39 will be also a bit of resistance. So for the time being, yeah, for the time being, not a lot of strength on Thursday, Friday after the rally. So I think we could still see, I think 36 could still hold as a bit of resistance for now. Then you might see a bit of a pullback. If it breaks above like the Friday lows of 32.50, you might see some further pullback towards like 30, 31 again now. So yeah, still not a bit of a weakness. Still a bit of a slight weakness now from the Thursday, Friday kind of price action. Yeah, so you could still see a bit of a slight pullback. Okay, then for C3AI, okay, this one also just uh, hit $17 support level. And then Wednesday retested $21 support breakdown level. Here's a bit of resistance. So over here might still hold as a bit of resistance on if it does retest 21, which is also still 20 MA level. But I think if you can hold like let's say $20 these short-term 5 and 10 MA levels, then you could see some further rebound ahead. Yeah. If you yeah, so yeah. For the time being, if you test that 21, still be a resistance, but if you can hold higher low over here, then rebound upwards, then you might still see some further rebound to test. Let's see, something like 2250 perhaps as the next resistance for C3AI. Okay, then next question is for Motorola, SMH, VOO, and QQQ. Yeah, so for Motorola Solutions, okay, a bit of looking a bit better. So this was yeah, price initially broke below 410 over here, a bit of weakness, but since Wednesday, managed to see a bit of strength coming back in again. The support probably this 410 to 416. Then I think for now it could go up a little bit to test like 430. There could be a bit of resistance from this on the breakdown of this tight consolidation range where this strong bearish candle. Yeah, so over here 430 will be a bit of resistance. So I'm expecting price to probably pull back from here, then hold like 415 again to do a bit of sideways for the short term. Yeah, then SMH is the VanEck Semicon Index, Semicon ETF. So this one quite similar to the Philadelphia Stock Index in terms of price action. So I'm thinking for this 212 will be still a strong resistance, I feel. For short term, probably still a bit of rebound, still can do a bit of rebound because Thursday, Friday still holding the pullback quite okay. Yeah, but 212, 213 will be the Wednesday swing high close to 20 MA level as well as the horizontal resistance or horizontal support breakdown over here in the past. So over yeah, I still will probably still hold a bit of resistance and we might see a bit of sideways kind of trading taking place in the short term. Okay, then for your VOO is the S&P 500 ETF. So for I think for this yeah, for at the start I thought about S&P 500. I think probably still see a bit of rebound for now. For VOO resistance probably now 505, which is the support level breakdown as well as 20 ME Tesla. Then next strong resistance I think will be probably closer to 522, which is also another horizontal level as well as close to 200 as well as the 50 ME. So I think these are the two levels to take note for the short-term resistance. Yeah, then in terms for QQQ, I think short-term resistance probably at 468 around there, which is this breakdown level, this support breakdown level as well as 20 ME. Then next key resistance probably around closer to 485 about there. Yeah, which is also a horizontal level breakdown over here. So 467, then 484, 485 about there. Okay, then there's next questions on TLT, Enphase, Celsius, and Adobe. Yeah, so for TLT, I think this one, some slight weakness, I think, because the US bonds were being sold down last week, especially from Wednesday onwards. So there was a bit of breakdown from this trend line over here. I think on Thursday, Friday, a bit of support coming in up at the uh at the 50, sorry, $85, $90 level. So the Wednesday there was a lower week from there. Then Friday price went below it but managed to recover back above it. So some support around there for the time being. But I think we still see a bit of weakness as long as it's above below the 5 ME for now because of the recent wave of selling. So I think short-term resistance probably still around 88 around there. Then next resistance maybe 88 to 89 will still be some resistance. So yeah, we'll still see a bit of slight weakness for the TLT for now. Then next, if it does reach 84, that would be quite a good support. Yeah, because this was like a swing low over here. Yeah, I think for this probably you can look at the 20-year bond yield as well. Yeah, for 20-year bond yield, because there was a breakout above this 4.77, so the TLT there was a sell off. Yeah, then I think for now this 5% level for 20-year bond will still hold as a bit of resistance. So because this was like a swing high, also a very psychological level as well. Yeah, so I think for now, probably I think maybe range trade for the yields. Yeah, so we could see a bit of slight recovery for TLT 4.77 if it holds as support for the 20-year bond yield, then the upside for TLT in the very short term, I think not too much as well. Yeah, I think this still a lot of factors that's affecting bond yield, not just technical. So I think you'll see how the treasury movements also. Yeah, but then in terms of technicals, I think TLT could still be a bit weak in the short term. If 4.77 still holds as support for 20-year bond yield. For Enphase Energy, I think This one, overall is still downtrend week, but it's moving downwards slowly lah. So for now, is you can see still testing the support breakdown for 52. If there could be always a slight recovery, but I think probably upside maybe like 56 will still hold as resistance. From the 10 MA level, as well as there's some. This was like the opening price before the sell off that broke below this support. So this will be some resistance as well. So I think probably this will hold as some resistance like 56 if it does come to this level. Then it might just straight sideways or downwards again. Okay, next counter is Celsius. So Celsius, I think this one has been a very interesting counter that stayed quite resilient during the market downturn. So this one breaking above the resistance of $35, and also we have this like bull flag over here. So recover from the sell, then kindly come back up, do a bit of a bull flag, holding above the very nice is above 20-day MA, which I think this counter 20 MA is a good support level. So I think there's a chance for further upsiding from the kind of price action, like repeatedly testing resistance and forming a bull flag over here. So I think it could break if there's a break of 38, 38.30, I think there could be still some upside towards like 41, closer to like 41.50 lah. That will be the next short-term resistance for Celsius. But overall, the chart-wise, I think it's still looking quite good. As long as long as it holds above like 34.50, I think this 28 MA level, which has been a strong support. Yeah. Okay, then next question is on Adobe. So Adobe holding some support at 335 support level. For now, starting is a bit of a slight some rebound from the support, but I think downtrend is still holding. Some resistance for now, probably around the 360 level, horizontal level as well as the 10 MA. So if I face some resistance from this level, the next level of resistance probably at 377. So I think probably still just a bit of slight rebound in this downtrend wave. Yeah. Then I think it might just let's do a bit of a sideways consolidation again from 360. If it tests like 362, there probably is a bit of pullback to do some consolidation like net support might hold around 344. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hi Sharon, your account. Good evening. Your question is two support and resistance for Tesla, Meta, and Nvidia. Okay, for Tesla, I think resistance wise probably around 270, around 272, then around 284. Next to resistance. Support wise, I think for now probably around say maybe at 240, uh, like 248 lah, probably around there. Then the next one probably if it comes back down again, like if market come down again, maybe like come back to 220, will still hold around here. Yeah, so that's for Tesla. Then for Meta, yeah, for Meta resistance for around probably I think 575 and 600. Then support wise maybe like 540. And next one is around 520 maybe. Yeah, then for Nvidia, I think resistance will probably be like 119 to about 123. So that's the two levels. Then support prob- probably around like 105 and then 110 about there for Nvidia for now. Yeah. Okay, then next question is on Lam Research. Okay, Lam Research, I think for now, the probably this $70, 71 will still hold as a quite strong resistance because previously was such a strong support. Yeah, so I think when we test this again, probably still hold a resistance, then support will be around like 65 for now. So maybe I will expect a bit of range trading to continue a bit for now first. Yeah. Yeah, then for Palantir, I think Palantir is a bit of recovery still in progress. Yeah, so since the recovery above $80, still holding above that, so still positive. Then short term is above 85 as well. Yeah, then I think for now, maybe still a bit of upside, maybe to test like 90, if 97, $98, then probably some resistance come back in again. Yeah, then I think maybe sideways like 80, 88 to 97 about there. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Pepsi. For Pepsi, I think for now, quite range bound for now. Still holding support at 140, then a bit of a sideways consolidation, 145, some resistance. I think probably still 145, 146. Probably still hold as a bit of resistance for now because the 10 as well as 20 MA is coming down to this level also. Yeah, so I think probably just still holding as resistance, then maybe still see a bit of consolidation between like 140 to 146 for the time being. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, since price also broke below this 148 over here, there was a sell down. Then probably now it's a bit of a lower high for now for the temporary. Okay, the next question is on Lockheed Martin. Okay, so for Lockheed Martin, I think also quite a range bound for the time being. So strong support 420, resistance probably come in around like 478 to 494 lah, which is around like Friday's level around there. So yeah, I think probably we could see a bit of slight pullback from around here lah. Because this was around this level where there was a sell down on high volume. Yeah, so near some resistance, I would expect some pullback to happen. With some support probably coming in around like 459 for now first. Yeah, they might do some sideways consolidation. Okay, the next question is on Grab. So for Grab, okay, Grab, I think some weakness because there was a breakdown below this $4 key level. Currently doing a bit of retest and a bit of a pullback. So I think like 430 will still be some resistance lah. Yeah, 430 will still be some resistance, I think. For now, from the breakdown of this horizontal support, as well as the 20 MA level. My next question is on SoFi. So for SoFi, I think also still looking some weakness because price has been turning downwards, low high low low. And then this support at around 1150, acting as resistance. I think this will still hold. I think wait for now. Support probably $10. I think so. Maybe a bit of sideways consolidation over here first. Yeah, unless you can get above 1150, then there's some further rebound maybe towards 1250. Yeah, but I think overall, it's still quite weak from the downturn over here when there was a breakdown below like 1370 and then breakdown below like 1150. Yeah, so probably still hold at some resistance, then maybe sideways. Yeah, then next question is on Corning Incorporated. Yeah, so for Corning, some rebound from the support area around $37. Okay, then some resistance, probably like 44 is a bit of resistance from the breakdown. Then support for now support is around 41. See whether it can continue to hold. Not very convincing yet. But let's see if 41 can continue to hold, then there's a chance for a bit of a slight rebound to test like 44, 45 again, then there will be still resistance now. But if 40 $50 give way, then you might see the downtrend continue. Yeah, so for now it's a bit of a pause over here first. Okay, the next one is on Novo Nordisk. Yeah, so for Novo, yeah, this one still very much downtrend. A bit of a just some sideways range for now first. Like 60 to 65. Yeah, so I think for now still sideways, but you can if you can hold above this 65 resistance of last week, then we might see some slight rebound. But I think not much lah, maybe like 67, 68. This will still be resistance from the this consolidation breakdown over here. Yeah, as well as the 20 MA is coming down, probably as a bit of resistance as well. And then it's also a downtrend. So I think probably a short rebound and face resistance again. Okay, next question is on Palo Alto. So Palo Alto really wanting from the support area, retesting this previous breakdown around this was 165 to 173. So expect some resistance over here. Like, I think probably price will move a bit sideways over here first. Yeah, see whether it can hold above like 161, 163 over here. Then if you can continue to hold, then there could be a chance to test like 174 to about 174 to 180 as next resistance. But I think overall, still quite a lot of resistance from here, from from the breakdown of this strong support last time. Yeah, so probably a bit of consolidation could take place over here for now first. Yeah, then for McDonald's, I think quite sideways lah. So this one, I think yeah, just a range bound trading for now, 297 support from this price resistance. Then resistance you can see is coming like above like 313, then 319, there's some resistance as well. So I think for now, yeah, probably over here is coming into the resistance area again, 313, around like yeah, 310 to 320 lah. So there's a resistance area already. So probably I think we'll see like choppy sideways kind of price action again for McDonald's in the short term. Yeah, then next one is SOXL, which is the semicon bull three times. Yeah, so for the this one, I think yeah, we could still see some slight recovery. I think for now be sideways, but if can break above like let's say try to break above 11.7 this 10 MA level, we might see some slight recovery towards the Friday, the Wednesday highs around $13. Around like $15 will also be the bit of next resistance. Yeah, so I think these are two short-term rebound levels that could hit and before it turns down again. The next one is on GE Aerospace. Yeah, so for GE, I think for now it's probably likely to do a retest of the breakdown at around 192 to 195 over here. So this will be the resistance zone lah. So previously it was a range consolidation support, now turn into resistance. For now is holding up okay. So at the 178 level, this is the 5 MA level, still holding above that. So need to see whether it can break above this resistance Thursday and Friday around 184. Then there's a chance maybe rebound towards like 190 to 194 about there for the next resistance zone. Okay, the next one is GE Vernova. I think for GE Vernova, it looks a bit of a short-term double bottom 266 recovery, but I think still quite range bound lah. So I expect 260, sorry, I expect 333 to 349 will still hold as quite a strong resistance for now. As it continues this range bound. Then short-term support probably could come around 300, around like 310 or maybe from the 5 and 10 MA levels over here. If you can continue to hold up over here, then there's a chance that it could test this 333 to 349 resistance again to do the sideways. The next one is for RTX. So yeah, so for RTX, I think it's coming back to the previous support level. This was like 127 to about 130. So I expect this area to hold as a bit of resistance over here. Yeah, then in terms of short-term support, probably could come around like 125, 126 lah over here. Then it might do a bit of sideways trading over here. Yeah, because previously over there was a gap down sell off over here, come back, retest. I think over here will still be some resistance at 130 and above. Yeah, so probably some sideways consolidation for the time being. Okay, the next question is on Twilio. Yeah, so Twilio actually tested like a previous gap up level around 78, holding some sideways around there. So for now, resistance will still be, I think resistance still at around 95 from this downtrend lah. So support and resistance 95. Uh, yeah, then I think for now probably some sideways trading for now first. Yeah, yeah, very short term support probably like 86 plus 86. Yeah, then resistance probably 93, 94. Okay, then for new holdings, yeah, for new holdings, I think it's quite sideways for now. So recovering from the support area around uh, around like slightly below $10. So if you can hold like above like 10.20, then we might see some further rebound. To try and test like $11 again to then like around $12 will be a strong resistance again. Yeah, so I think for now probably still maintaining this sideways range for now. Yeah. Okay, then yeah, SoFi went through earlier. Then Teva, I'll talk about Teva next. Yeah, so for Teva, so there was a bit of rebound from this support level around 1270. Okay, too many lines for this, need to remove it. Yeah, so for Teva, I think yeah, still downtrend for now. Then recent support breakdown was in 1450. I think this will still hold lah. So probably sideways trading thing for now. And within this 1270 to 1450 area, yeah. Okay, next one is on the GLD Gold ETF. Yeah, so this one, yeah, so this one I'm gonna update the chart, but it's similar to the gold. It's quite similar to the gold index just now when I was talking about it earlier on. Okay, let me just try to do a quick. Yeah, so this one there's still a lot of strength trading outside the main uptrend channel. Then moving a bit higher with this short-term trend line resistance. So I think for now maybe a bit overextended. It could come back a bit. Um, I think short-term support probably that will still hold the price for now. Probably like around around 286 to like maybe 290 for now first. Yeah, as the 5 and 10 minutes try to catch up. Then also this we have this recent swing high resistance as well. Yeah. That could hold as a bit of support lah. Yeah, so I think for now, maybe a bit of a slight pullback happen to test this, then find support again. It's about 9:50. I will take the last two questions then before I close out today's session. Next one is of Raffles Medical. Yeah, Raffles Medical, I think this one this is starting to turn down because since there was a failed breakout of $1, then we can see the support actually being breached around 96.5 cents. Tested this support 92 cents, a bit of rebound for now, but you can see a bit of resistance coming in. Yeah, so support, this was the support time resistance at 96.5, 96.5 cents. So if it continues to face resistance like over here, like 97 cents, then we might see price turn down again to maybe test this like 2 cents a area again for like to do maybe some sideways trading. Yeah. Once there's a break of structure from the higher lows, there's a breakdown. Okay, I'll take the last one on HST, which is the Lion OCBC Hang Seng Tech ETF. So for this, I think there was a rebound following the gap down. There's a supported at this support zone, which is like 71 cents to 74 cents. There'll be a slight rebound taking place for now, but I think could face some resistance for now as it reconnected with the 10 MA level. So today there's a bit of a pullback from this at 83 cents. So I think could face a bit of slight pullback, but I think support could still hold at around 80 cents, which was the last week, a bit of a resistance from there. That turned into support on Thursday, Friday, and 5 minutes around there also. So maybe tight range, I would think maybe 80 cents to 84 cents for the time being first. Yeah, then I think important to hold 80 cents first. You can hold a bit higher low, then there could be a chance for a move upwards. Yeah, but I think it's still early lah. So for now, see whether they can hold a recent pullback 80 cents first or not. So that's for Hang Tech. Okay, I think I will close out the session today. Sorry, I'm unable to take all the questions in view of time constraints. Appreciate all your questions. Let me just stop sharing my screen for now. I will share the link for the survey, link for the survey form, as well as the link to join the P3 community group if you are new. Yeah, just give me a moment. Okay, I put it in the webinar chat already. So if feel free if you have any feedback about today's session, feel free to fill out the survey form. How you can improve your experience further in future. Also, if you're new here, welcome. You can feel free to join our PhillipCapital community group on technical analysis. So it's a group. You can feel free to ask any TA questions every day. I don't need to wait until like Monday, every Monday. Yeah, then when I see it, I will answer it. Yeah. And also, if you're new, you can feel free to join our Williams TA Telegram group at Williams TA as well. Yeah, also I'll post like similar kind of TA content over there, like same as P3 community. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. Thanks for your questions and your kind attendance. Appreciate talking. It was always very nice talking about TA to all of you. Okay, I think that's all for today. I'll see you all again in the next session. Hope you all have a good trading week ahead. Let's see how this week unfolds. And I see you all again in the next session. Keep well, everyone, and stay safe. Yeah. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Bye bye. Have a great night ahead.